Hello everyone, and welcome to this latest Minty Reacts. Yes, this is not a Minty Reviews, this is a Minty Reacts, and I will explain this in just a second for why I'm doing this. But I did make a community post about this, so if you have not seen that post, go to the community feed on YouTube or whatever, find the post, you'll see it. It's from a couple days ago. But either way, we're here for a Minty Reacts to Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, a phenomenal animated series that Disney used to make before they got fully into the MCU stuff, and they're like, no, everything needs to be kind of like the MCU. This series is great. I absolutely love this series. I have watched most of this thing before, but it has been actual years since I've seen any of it. So, now on to the explanation as to why I'm doing a review, or a reaction series to this, instead of reviewing Secret Invasion. So, if you've been following the entertainment industry for the past couple of months, you'll know that the WGA, the Writers Guild of America, and SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, have gone on strike. They've gone on strike against the AMPTP, the studios, to negotiate for better wages and better working conditions and such, so they can afford healthcare and afford to live. Good things that they need to have. And because of this, they're all on strike. And even though I am not part of the WGA or SAG or anything, because of the fact that I may at some point join them down the line, who knows, I'm standing in solidarity with them, and I am not going to be promoting or making videos on any currently running shows or movies, or currently promoted shows or movies, which for this channel would be Secret Invasion, Star Trek Strange New Worlds, reviews for certain movies coming out as well. So instead, I'm replacing those with some reaction series of similar vein, but of different series that are not being currently promoted. They're older series for sure, so they are, fine to do. And technically, SAG did put out guidelines for content creators or whatever, that they can still do this. However, they're a little worded weirdly, a little vague. So just to keep everyone safe, this is not a full boycott of anything, but just to keep myself safe in this whole situation, and because standing in solidarity with others, I'm just doing it like this. So we're doing some Earth's Mightiest Heroes. I love this series. Also, I forgot the debut of this series is a two-parter. So hey, you all get a nice long episode of Minty Reacts. Isn't that just fun? So without any further ado, let's just get right into this reaction, shall we? So in 3, 2, 1, let's get going. Got him. Hey, look, it's AIM. Alright, first off, before anything else, the animation of this show has remained crisp all this time. I love this animation.
For calling yourselves the Advanced Idea Mechanics, that was a really bad idea.
I love this version of Tony Stark too. It's such a good version of Tony. Also, I love the Bruce Timm style animation here. It is so great.
Buyer beware. You steal my tech, you answer to me. Even him.
Also, who is not sure what character that is that he was fighting there.
Miss Pottscold? She wished to know if you were still out playing superhero, or if you were going to come into the office to do some actual work.
Nice. I do remember this. The intro to this theme is an absolute banger. It's like everything about this series is so good. So good. Hell yeah. Also, this is something I do remember as well. The actual amount of the Avengers in the intro increases as the show continues, as the show goes on, and they add more members.
Samson!
That's Observer Man. Let's go.
Last 36 hours, I see.
That's good.
This is
good.
a disaster waiting to happen, Leonard.
I've told you again and again, Bruce. We'll find a cure for the Hulk.
Will ya? Will ya?
They want to know how to control these monsters. Trust me, I've seen it happen. They will twist everything you do.
I mean, that makes perfect sense, That also makes perfect sense. I would believe Bruce here, because he's the leading expert on that.
He asked me to bring you home, to defend Asgard while Odin replenishes his power.
Nay.
Nay, I say, nay. I have things to do here in Midgard.
Meaningless. On Earth, everything matters. I am needed
True.
here, Balder.
It's kind of true. I love how in this series, Thor is more like comic book Thor, where he's like actually smart. He's actually like smart, caring. He's not just like a big jokester like himbo. He's actually like a legit like awesome guy. I mean, he just murdered that taxi driver, but you know, he's still there.
Intrigue me. Mortal lives, they are so fragile.
Meanwhile, his background dude's stuck in the car. I love the background stuff going on in this series. That's always so great.
Iron Man, this is Jimmy
The
Woo,
Vault.
Vault Security. You are
Oh, Jimmy Woo, hell yeah, let's go.
This is about containment.
Mm.
It's about keeping people safe.
Okay, schedule something with Pepper. Whatever it is, I'm sure it can wait a day.
I'm gonna say it probably couldn't. So that's gonna come back and bite Tony in the ass.
But when?
Director Fury's offer was very
Wasp,
serious.
let's go!
Hank,
Let's go!
Ant-Man is against it.
And Hill, let's go! A show where she's not fridged.
Who was that? That's classified.
That's Black Widow.
Like that.
Yeah, I love how just in the background you just have like actual Marvel characters just, hey there. Like, yep, there's a guy named Mad Thinker. He's probably a character in Marvel. He definitely is a character in Marvel. I don't know who he is, but he's there. Okay, the architecture of the cube, not the best, but comic books. Also, that ain't good. They're all breaking out. That's not good at all. Yeah, man, everyone's out. Everyone is out. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Oh, no. Helicarrier's going down. Helicarrier is going down. There's a prison exploding inside of it. What a way to start the episode off. What a way to start the series off. You know, what a way.
And the cube. Their systems have gone offline.
Everything
No one
is breaking down.
The big house. Something is seriously wrong.
You think? All the super prisons are being broken out of right now. No idea who that guy is, but I'm going to call him probably Manticore because he looks like a Manticore.
No! Ant-Man was in the big house when the explosion happened. He was with all the supervillains. We have to help him! Now!
Yeah, Janet, you kind of need to go help Ant-Man. He's literally surrounded by villains.
There appears to be a problem at the vault. They've stopped transmitting data.
All right, Pepper, keep monitoring the helicarrier situation. I'm gonna check on something here.
I also do love how this series came after Iron Man. Because of that, they're like, yeah, let's actually just do the thing in Iron Man. We're just like, we show Tony's face, so we can actually just see his face inside the helmet.
But during this time, Asgard is vulnerable to attack.
Why aren't you there?
This seems to be a popular question. It is complicated.
Family issues, my guy. Family issues.
Managed to survive okay. We've got police, firemen, paramedics, even a few superheroes of our own. Take a week off.
Yeah, Jane, not wrong. She's not wrong. Okay, in this one situation, Jane might be a little off, but Jane's not wrong. It's like literally every character in this show is like the perfect version of these characters. It's so good.
I have to get you to a hospital.
You were right. The prisoners, they're all free. It's a disaster.
Listen.
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. Time to get Bruce angry.
Yeah.
That's probably not healthy. That's probably not healthy. Oh no, it's all the supervillain gear. Let's go Hawkeye. Let's go Hawkeye. I mean, did they not realize that the big house literally just expanded in the helicarrier? It's literally sticking out of the helicarrier. This is when Hank still had control of the Ultron bots. There's a lot of monkeys. A lot of monkeys.
Nuts.
Ant-Man's kind of getting his ass kicked. Just so we're all clear. He's not having a good time over here. Ant-Man is not having a good time. Oh, come on, Hawkeye. You're still gonna make that.
Not quite. Now I saw it ending. Actually, Iron Man. Hey, what are you...
But yeah, Tony, it looks like you overestimated the supervillain team-up.
Containment is at 0%.
Forget about the big house. Our priority is the raft.
The 4th prison.
The secret 4th prison, just in the Hudson River. This is the one with the big bads. We got the best version of Baron Zemo. I'm saying this right now. I am sticking by that. He is the best version of Baron Zemo. And we've got a character that the MCU should definitely use at some point. This guy is nuts. And Big Green's coming in now. Let's go. Let's get the Hulk, baby. Hulk is so good in this series.
Still have occurred at the vault and at the big house as well. Intriguing.
Sounds to me like it was a coordinated attack.
Where I am going to change the world.
Alright, leader, calm yourself down. Calm yourself down.
Remember what I told myself I'd do if I ever saw you again.
Let me guess. Bore me to death?
Also, wait a minute. That voice actor sounds really familiar. That voice actor sounds like Shigaraki from the dub of My Hero Academia. It was the same exact inflection.
Beginning countdown. 10. 9,
Okay.
8.
Just blowing it up.
Skip to the end!
Wait, where is it going?
He's blowing up the prison with all of you in it. That feels like such a bad idea, Tony. Like, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Currently sinking.
Fun. Fun times. Now, we all say this, but fun times. Hey, man. Still getting his ass kicked. There's Wasp.
How's your day been?
Painful. And I don't think it's over yet.
A good relationship version of Ant-Man and Wasp. And it's actually Hank and Janet, too. It's not Scott and Hope. It's actually Hank and Janet. Also, I legit love how, like, monstrous they made Abomination look. Like, that dude looks messed up. Yeah, Hulk is awesome in this series, because he's not just, like, really stupid anger strength. He's, like, actually smart. He actually is, like, strategic with what he's doing.
I'll update you from the raft.
And if the raft prisoners are free?
Then you should enjoy being acting director while you can.
Yeah, Fury's over here basically being like, yeah, we're probably in some shit right now, guys. We are in some shit. Yeah, it looks like you guys got an issue. You guys got a problem to deal with.
Graviton.
Again, a villain that they really should use at some point in the MCU, that they just haven't yet. Graviton, from what I remember from this series, is so cool. Like, such a great villain, because he's just so powerful. That was episode 1. Episode 1's pretty great. As you can tell by my reaction for it, it's pretty great. On episode 2 now.
We're looking to continue Abraham Erskine's work. S.H.I.E.L.D. wants
But
super
why?
soldiers, and we want you on our team.
Ah, Super Soldiers, yeah.
Shut it down, Hall! That's an order!
He didn't shut it down. He felt that villain energy flowing through him at that point. He's like, nah, I'm gonna do this.
I don't understand.
What's going on, sir, is that you have powers now.
I want to see Nick Fury. Right.
Man, that expression. Woo! That really up-close facial expression, that's a lot right there.
Longer than me, and I have been imprisoned here for 6 years.
Pretty good tenure there, Zemo.
With the same kindness that you've shown me, I'm going to take years off of your life.
I mean, you could just kill him. Oh, that's what he's gonna do. He's just gonna kill him. Okay, fair enough. Like, Thor, you're actually gonna catch Fury there? No, Wasp is. Thor's not gonna catch him. Wasp is going to. Yeah, Wasp, I don't think you're fast enough to stop a tidal wave like that. Oh, maybe she is. Somehow she is. Good job, Wasp.
I'll crush Fury. I'll crush you. And then I'll show the world the power I have.
Yeah, you're turning into a god there, Graviton.
Great. I'm never gonna get a taxi here. Jarvis, any news from the helicarrier?
Still sinking, sir.
Yeah, still sinking, sir.
Hey, just wait for my ride.
Like, don't worry, kind sir. Billionaire here. Billionaire. Say one of the good ones. I'm definitely not.
Hulkbuster unit, the U.S. Armed Forces. They are all now under my direct control.
Wow. Nick Fury is actually worried.
Nick Fury is actually being Nick Fury.
That's classified.
He's fighting a god right now.
Because I think it's about to get unclassified pretty quick.
Yeah, Wasp is right. Wasp right. It's about to get real unclassified real quick. Worth a shot there, Thor. Worth a shot.
Enough. This and now.
No, I don't think that worked. I don't think it worked. Paul's just coming to me like, yo, can I get a coffee?
Take care of him. Remember Thor ever coming to save me?
One of the absolute best parts of this whole series is the fact that they do this. This is great. I love this so much.
Then you do something for me. What? I stay. I stay the Hulk, not Banner.
Yeah, it's like, from the jump in this series, we get basically Smart Hulk. But he's not like MCU Smart Hulk. He's like actually Hulk.
Millions of people. I'm not gonna let that happen.
Jan, wait!
Hey, Wasp gonna go try and help. That's what she does. Wasp, literally my favorite character in this whole series. Favorite character.
Increase it 1,000-fold. Like this!
But he's Asgardian. I don't think he actually needs to breathe, depending on what continuity to go with.
Franklin Hall, you give theoretical physicists a bad name. Now knock it off.
Yeah. Wasp has the best superpower. Annoyance by tiny stings. Oh, here's Iron Man. So we got what, four Avengers in one spot now?
I didn't know you came to parties like this.
Who was that guy? Some crazy physicist. Something to do with Nick Fury. Tony, am I glad to see you.
Some crazy physicist has something to do with Nick Fury. That explains about 75% of Marvel.
The energy he's putting out, the only comparison is a black hole. This guy's trouble.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, the dude literally can control gravity.
No, it's too late for that.
It's time to go big. Time to add a GI in front of my name.
Janet, get out of here. I'll handle Graviton.
What? No.
I like how they actually
we're in this
influx
together.
his voice too. Again, the dude can control gravity. Okay, this is a Thor that does not need to breathe air, because he is a god.
Crush you, then show the world their new master's power. Destroying the city will be a good demonstration. Goodbye!
I mean, it's New York. Like, every other day in a superhero world, it gets almost destroyed. So, like, are you really doing something new? And just introducing life model decoys just in the first 2 episodes. This series introduces so much Marvel stuff in the first 2 episodes. This man is actually lifting New York Island out of New York. Like, that's impressive. Thor finally got through. Let's go. Let's go, Thor. And then the entirety of Manhattan just drops. You probably should help that, Thor. Probably should, like, lower that down a bit. And just safely put back into place. Thor's under it, but safely put back into place. Now, gotta say, a lot of collateral damage here. A lot of people in New York just being straight killed right now. Tony's angry. Tony's very angry.
No. The power I wield, you are nothing compared to me!
Yeah, I mean, again, the dude can control gravity. You can't really stop him.
I'm the strongest one there is!
No, you're not. They're the strongest one.
Sure about that?
Hell yeah, Hulk. I love how also this Hulk is very sarcastic as well. He's kind of a jackass, and I love him.
I did not realize there were ogres on Midgard.
Thor coming in with one of his great Thor one-liners.
Isn't he supposed to be, you know, the bad guy?
Hulk is not a bad guy. He's just really angry. Well, tripped him up. And grounded Wasp. Well, they're all done.
Can't move. Can you? Nay. The others.
They're also down too. Just everyone's down, Thor, except Hulk. He just needs to get he just needs to get more angry. Yes, calling upon the ants. Because ants aren't affected by gravity. Yeah, dude, you're just making Hulk madder and madder. It's making him stronger and stronger, dude.
I control gravity itself.
Yeah, but the Hulk has something you don't have. A lot of anger. I guess he has that too, but Hulk has more. My man got broken concentration, as every wizard or spellcasting player knows. Once concentration is broken, you are dead. But yeah, Hulk, they're helping you.
You're helping me.
Yeah, now hit him!
Also, the Hulk-Wasp relationship of this series is phenomenal. One of the best things of the whole thing. Yeah, there's a lot of collateral damage in this episode. That whole dock is just... like, you can't use that anymore. That dock is not usable anymore. I remember some Marvel vs. Capcom combos over here on him. Let me just throw this boat at you. And Thor's like, I will rain down the heavens upon you. Alright, there's just a hole in New York now. There's just straight up a hole in New York. They're gonna probably need to answer for that.
You had the power to do anything. And you used it to put millions of lives at risk.
Pretty sad.
I don't know, I'm pretty sure Thor just also kind of ended, like, a couple thousand lives by making a hole in New York.
Bigger problems in the hole. 74 supervillains are now on the loose all across the country. Maybe the world by now.
74? That sounds like a series order to me.
Shield created Graviton. Whatever you had Hall doing, changed him. You kept it under wraps, and this happened.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
You, of all people, are going to work for S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, he's right about us making a difference. Together. One-on-one, we can each take down a villain or two, but
Maybe about a week or so, you know.
together we can avenge the wrongs caused by all these villains.
Hey.
We can be Avengers.
Hey, there we go.
Good name.
Yeah, Hulk knows it. That's the name right there.
He couldn't have been responsible.
So then who
And
was?
if he wasn't, who was?
Who was? It's a thing we'll find out in a later episode. Oh, hey, I stopped around the cast. Cast list is always something I really love to look at. All right, who is this? Okay, Alex Desert was Nick Fury. Fred Tatasciore, great. The wonderful Phil LaMarr is Jarvis. Really, Phil LaMarr's Jarvis. Interesting. Robin Atkins Downs is Baron Zemo. Love Baron Zemo. Colleen O'Shaughnessy is Janet Van Dyne, aka Lost. I know of Colleen O'Shaughnessy. That name sounds really familiar. I gotta look that up afterwards. Rick Rosserman was Thor. Eric Loomis was Tony Stark. Wally Wingert is Hank Pym. Unfortunate, he's a kind of a nut job now, but you know. Gabriel Mann is Bruce Banner, and Troy Baker, the ever so great Troy Baker, of course, is a voice in this series as Clay Quartermain, and that's the main cast list. I love this series. If you couldn't tell, I absolutely love this series. This series is what got me into Marvel beyond like the MCU. So this series is what like solidified me into Marvel and actually got me to know a lot more Marvel characters than I had at all. Like this series alone, like this and like Marvel vs. Capcom are kind of my entryways into Marvel as a whole and to a lot of these characters. And now Marvel Snap being another one, introducing me to a lot of characters I just had no idea about. But this series was it. This was 100% it, because like you saw in these first 2 episodes, like they just threw everything at you initially. Like you start off with AIM. They mention Doctor Doom, or they reference Doctor Doom a little bit. They throw in like a bunch of villains that like no one ever uses. Like who uses Avalanche? Pretty sure this name is Avalanche. I mean, they use them in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it's Avalanche. Who uses Whirlwind? Like, who uses these characters? Who uses any of those monkey villains that were kicking Ant-Man's ass? Like, any of those. And also with that, they also use the original Avengers team that didn't have Captain America, because Captain America did not start out on the Avengers. He was introduced, I think, in issue 4? I think it was issue 4 they introduced Captain America into the Avengers team. But that's the initial team. It's Hulk, Thor, Ant-Man, Wasp, and Iron Man. That's the initial Avengers team from the comics, and it's great. It's a great team. But the other thing that you clearly see in this series, just from these first 2 episodes, that continues throughout the entirety of the series, is the relationships and the chemistry between all of these characters is so picture perfect. It is absolutely amazing. And it's honestly, like, Bruce Timm didn't work on this series, but you can see the heavy influences of Justice League Unlimited, Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, all the Bruce Timm series from DC. You can see those influences in this show, and it was basically the last like hurrah of those types of series, especially for Disney, because after this time Disney started going full force on the MCU, and when they canceled the series and they did Avengers Assemble, which that show's not the best, but I heard it gets okay in the later season. They just stop caring about the MCU and they're like, yeah, no, let's just do our own thing. When Marvel did their own shows like that, that was a lot better. You know, there was a lot better when they weren't worrying about the MCU. As we kind of can see now with the Disney Plus stuff. This series is great. Also, the animation style, as you all saw, the animation style and the art style of this series holds up so well. Like, this series, when did the series come out? This series came out in 2010. It ran from 2010 to 2012. It's only 2 seasons. Only 2 seasons long. This series should have been way more. 2010 to 2012. And this series still looks so good today, in 2023. In, like, 11 years later, this series still looks great. And that's impressive. And it came out actually before the Avengers came out. Like, it came out 2 years after Iron Man and Hulk came out in the MCU. And it still looks as good. And it was doing the stories that they did in the MCU earlier. And honestly, in some cases, better. And we'll see that in this reaction series. Because I've been wanting to do this series for a long time. And hey, thanks Hollywood for just completely burning down. And, you know, thanks WGA and SAG for going on strike to get better conditions and better pay. Because now we get to watch the series together. And this series is great. This series is like Avatar for a lot of people, but I've actually watched most of the series. I have not finished the series, though. I did not finish the series. I only watched, I think, season 1. I don't think I ever finished season 2. I don't even know if I actually finished watching season 1 either, but it's been a long time ago. Either way, that's the premiere of Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Let me know down in the comments, did you ever watch the series as well growing up when it was first airing? Have you watched the series before at all? And if you haven't, what did you think about these first 2 episodes, and what did you think about the series in general? But let me know all that down in the comments as well. If you like this reaction as well and you want to see more of this series, leave a like for sure. It definitely helps out in the algorithm and helps out for the channel as well. And if you want to see more content that I make anyway, leave a subscription as well. It definitely does help out. It means a lot to the channel. It means a lot to me. And I'm trying to get to 500 subscribers for the end of the month. I don't think it's going to happen, but you all can help out for sure if you can. Help out before my birthday, which is next Saturday. If you can help out, help me reach 500 before my birthday, that'll be phenomenal. But if not, no pressure at all. You know, you do you, and any little bit helps out completely. Any little bit helps at all. So yeah, that's the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Over here's going to be a playlist for another Marvel thing. We'll see what it is. It'll be She-Hulk, because She-Hulk's fun. She-Hulk's very fun. Go watch She-Hulk. Over here's going to be a video that YouTube recommends for you as well. Until next time, stay mighty and stay avenging, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace, everyone. Peace.